Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're going to speak about JavaFX icons and how to add an icon to your JavaFX application. And with icons, I refer to these figures that you see here in the toolbar. You can actually make your icon anything that you want, as long as it is an image. And we're going to speak about that. Now, before getting into Matter, I'm going to leave this repository if you want to check it, guys. This is basically the notes that I'll happen to find useful when making the application, and basically these notes solve the problem. Of course, that to find these notes, I first had to go by hours of searching information and debugging the application to see what was the problem with it. But I'll leave it to you guys. So if you want, this information might be useful for you. Now, in these files, you can happen to see well, it's basically ChatGPT prompts, but their information is certain, and it's the information that you need if you want to solve the problem. Now, my problem was that I didn't know how to differ from absolute paths to relative paths, and here's the information that I happen to find useful, and all the documentation that I needed in order to make the icon work. Now, we're gonna speak about the difference between an absolute path and a relative path very briefly, but if you want to come here and if you want to check better, you can just read this prompt. Now let's come into Matter and let's see these two icons that I'm creating here, and let's talk about the difference between them. Now, first of all, the only difference you're gonna see is the slash at the beginning of the string. Now, what does that slash mean? The slash means that the Java application, the Java compiler, is gonna come here to this line and it's gonna say, hey, so you're gonna search for test.png, but you're gonna search it from the root. That slash means that this is gonna be searched from the root. And what does the root means? What is the root path? So if you want to understand the paths into your application, into your jar, you just, well, in IntelliJ, you're just gonna come here and then copy path reference, and then you have all the path reference that you have in your project. Now, the root is this one. From content root, you're gonna search in source, main, resources, and image.png. And if you say that you are gonna just look for it as with its name, now the Java is gonna understand that it's within the same package of the class that you're running this in. In my case, I'm running this in Hello application. In Hello application, it's within the package bro code. What does it mean? It means that if we execute this line, the Java is gonna come here and say, okay, so you're looking for test.png, which is inside the same package of the class that I've been run in. Okay, what does it mean? It means that for Java, test.png must be inside bro code, that package. You know why? Because bro code, it's the same package as the Hello application. Okay, now let's run this to see if it runs or if it gives me error. Now let's run it, and let's have in mind that test.png is outside of the package, so supposedly it shouldn't be able to find it. Now let's see if it finds it. It doesn't find it because the return value of the URL is null. So Java is coming here and it's saying, okay, so test.png, it's supposed to be within the same package of Hello application. Hello application is within bro code, but test is outside the package. How do we solve this? Just put it into the same package. Now, it is not necessary to put this extra thing. Just leave it like test.png and it should work, because the package is already bro code. And there you have it. You have the application with your icon. Do you see that it's not the Java default icon? It's not the Java default icon. So you solved it. Now let's speak about the other way of finding the resources. So let's comment this one. And now let's come here and then let's rename this to icon normally. But instead of test, I now want to display image. What will happen here is basically that we're gonna search image.png, but from the root. So the difference is that the Java is gonna understand that image.png is not within the same package of, in my case, hello application. So it will come from the root, which is source main, well, not Java, it will be source main resources and then image. You will change the path basically. You will tell it it's not within the same package. It's from the root that you gotta search. So now let's run this. And you see that we have our nice Turkish embassy icon here. It's perfect. And that's the main difference, and that's the difference that you gotta understand before working with URLs here in JavaFX. I hope you like it, and this is the problem that I happen to face today.